Ain't that a kick in the head?
Hey everyone, I'm .lag, and today we're going to take a good old look at a game with a title longer than most folks can remember. Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse. This one dropped all the way back in 2005 and has been hanging around for almost 20 years now. But here's the big question. Does it still hold up in 2025? Maybe it's been sitting in your backlog collecting dust just like it has in mine, and you're wondering if it's even worth firing up. Wonder no more. This video is here to give you an honest, unbiased rundown so you can decide if it's worth your time. So let's get into it.
He stole my hot dog!
Oh my goodness! Oh my! Looks like he's having some kind of brain seizure. We'd better find some way of relieving the pressure in his head.
My brain!
That is just sick! Wow, you sure calmed him down. He's not even twitching anymore.
In Stubbs the Zombie, you play as Stubbs, a zombie who's out for revenge in a 1950s-inspired city called Punch Bowl. Your goal is to take over the city by eating brains and turning the population into your undead minions. It's fun at first, especially when you start recruiting zombies to fight by your side. However, the novelty wears off quickly, and the gameplay starts to feel repetitive.
Welcome to the fertile crescent biome, where the grass is always greener. Today at the world's most advanced greenhouse, meet me, Maggie Monday.
Instead of using traditional weapons, Stubbs uses makeshift tools and even body parts as weapons. You can rip off your hand to control other characters, throw explosive organs, and even drive cars, tractors, and tanks. While chaotic and unique, these mechanics lose their appeal over time. You can also summon zombies by whistling, but there's a limit to how many will follow you, which can make gameplay feel shallow. As for enemies, the game offers a mix of civilians, soldiers, and police officers, each with different abilities. Civilians are easy to grab, but tougher enemies require a bit of strategy to stun before you can eat their brains. Most enemies serve as obstacles, pushing the story forward rather than adding significant challenge.
One over here.
Speaking of the story, it's set in Punch Bowl, a retro-futuristic city filled with hover cars, laser weapons, and robots. Everything a 1950s vision of the future would imagine. The city was built by Andrew Monday, a wealthy industrialist, with the help of Dr. Herman Y., a former Nazi scientist. Things take a turn when Stubbs rises from the grave and starts turning the residents into zombies, leading to chaos.
Get your hands off my weenie!
As the story progresses, you'll cause destruction throughout Punch Bowl, taking on the police, blowing up a dam, and even meeting a paranoid militia leader named Otis who thinks the zombie outbreak is a communist plot.
All day. The dead walk. Almighty voices in my head, I'll never doubt you again. The commies have infiltrated this country so completely that even the dead have turned against us. Well, the Quaker State Irregulars ain't going without a fight.
The game mixes humor, bizarre moments, and wild twists like Stubbs discovering a personal connection to the people he's fighting.
Now just hold it right there. Asketh the Lord, and he shall provideth. Well, the Lord done provideth me with enough of trinitrotoluene to blast you all the way back to Moscow. Don't even try to run. You ain't getting away from me. No one gets away from Otis Monday, not even you! Hey there, fella. Long time, eh?
The story ends with a nuclear strike to stop the outbreak, and in the final scene, Stubbs sails off into the sunset with the zombified Maggie. Stubbs the Zombie is full of weird, over-the-top moments, but also has a surprisingly interesting story about the Stubbs connection to Punch Bowl and its people. The humor and odd moments make for a unique experience, though it can feel repetitive. after a while. Now let's talk about the development side of things. Stubbs the Zombie was the first game developed by Wide Load Games, a studio founded by this guy.
My name's Alex Seropian. I'm the president of Wide Load Games, and we're here to show you Stubbs the Zombie.
Instead of being that usual good guys versus zombies, the goal was to let players experience the zombie side of things. The humor, the weird mechanics, and the offbeat nature of the game were meant to keep things fresh and fun.
This just in. Punchbowl Action News, your source for the news as it happens, has received a report of a 200-foot column of putrescent water approaching the...
They definitely succeeded in making a game that doesn't take itself too seriously. Now I'll tell you, Stubbs the Zombie has potential, but it kind of falls short in a few key areas. The level design kind of feels random with repetitive fields, office buildings, and hallways that kind of blend together. The retro-futuristic vibe doesn't quite hit the mark, and the constant green screen filter gives everything an unfinished feel. The soundtrack, however, is a nice highlight featuring modern bands covering classic tunes. The game's difficulty can be frustrating as well, with enemies that can kill you in one shot, forcing you to replay long sections isn't really awesome. Waypoints aren't really helpful, and sometimes you'll get stuck with no clear objective. These issues make the game feel incomplete. Overall, Stubbs the Zombie is okay, not great, but fun for a while. The quirky concept in co-op mode adds some charm, but the gameplay gets repetitive and the mechanics feel outdated. But to be fair, this game was released in 2005, and for its time, the technology was groundbreaking. If you come across it in a sale, it's worth giving a try. But if it's sitting in your backlog, don't worry. It's perfectly fine to save it for a rainy day when you're in the mood for something different. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, guys. If you had fun, smash that like button, drop a comment. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss out on the next one. Catch you in the next video. .lag out.